Yeah, hello all. Welcome to one more video of mesh analysis. So here we are going to have one more numerical based on this particular topic. Okay, hope you have watched the previous video where we have discussed the basics of the mesh analysis, the KVL equation formation, different sign conventions, that all we have discussed in that video. Okay, so now we are going to discuss one more numerical based on mesh analysis. So here this is the question, and the question is asking that for the given circuit, find the current through each branch of this circuit using mesh analysis. That is the question. And what is the given thing? That all the resistive values are given in ohms. Okay, so that's okay. Now we can go for the mesh analysis solution. So what is my first step of mesh analysis? As we have discussed in the previous video, the first step says that identify the meshes in the given circuits. Okay, identify the numbers of mesh in the given circuit. So here you can see these are my given circuit, and here I can say that this is the first closed path. Okay, so I can take it as my first mesh, right? Similarly, I can take this as my second closed path. So this is my second mesh, right? Now what will I take? This is my third closed path. So this will be my third mesh, right? So apart from this, I have more number of closed paths. You can see like this, okay? But it contains more loops inside it. So that means that is not a mesh. So here the total number of available meshes are 3. So that is the first step. Okay. Now the second step is take your own analysis direction, right? So we have to assume some own analysis direction here. So again, as my routine is that I always take the clockwise direction. That give me the easiness. Okay. So I'm used to take that clockwise direction for this. The current flowing through this mesh is suppose I1. Similarly here again clockwise current flowing through this is I2. Here again clockwise current through this suppose I3, right? So these are my 3 mesh. I have completed my 2 steps. First I have identified the number of mesh, and after that I have taken my analysis direction, right? Now what is my next step? That we have to form the KVL equations for each mesh. As I have told you in the previous lecture also, whatever is the number of mesh, the same number will be the current of mesh current, that is 3 number of mesh. So we have 3 currents, I1, I2 and I3. Okay, and whatever is the number of mesh current, that much of KVL equation you will get, because in that number of meshes you have to apply the KVL, right? So we will get the 3 number of KVL here. So first of all, my first step, that so we are applying the KVL in first mesh. So what is the technique here? I have explained you thoroughly in the previous lecture. So here I have this as my first mesh. So the equation will be according to this will be, I'm starting with the 100 volt value. So here this will be plus 100, right? According to the direction of current releasing and analysis direction. And then resistive elements with minus sign. So this will be minus 60. What is the current value through this branch? That is I1. Okay, current I1 is flowing. After that 30 ohm resistor. Okay, so the resistive value is 30. And what is the current value through this branch? So just observe here that this branch is connected with 2 mesh. First is I1, second is I3. So there will be 2 currents. Okay, so what will be the current value here? That is I1 minus I3. Why I have taken like this? Because I am working on the first mesh, right? So I1 is in the same direction, whatever is my analysis direction for the first mesh. But I3, you can see it is coming in opposite direction. And that's why I always used to take the same direction for each mesh. According to that, this gives me easiness to form this equation. Okay, simply I can write this is I1 minus I3. So this is about the 30 ohm resistor. Because it is resistor, again negative sign. Now what about the 50 ohm resistor? So the value is 50. Now what is the current through this branch? Again it is connected with I1 and I2. So I can write it as I1 minus I2. Okay, the same equation formation like this. The sign is minus. And now about the 20 volt source. So you can see the current releasing direction is upward and analysis direction is downward. So we have to take it as minus. Okay, So the sign is negative, 20 equals to 0. So this is the first equation for mesh number 1. Okay, KVL equation. So just resolving this equation. So this is the final equation for mesh number 1, given the name as equation 1. Now writing the equation or applying the KVL equation in now mesh 2. Okay, what is my mesh 2? This. So I am directly writing the equation. Check by yourself whether I am writing the correct or not. So this is the second equation. Okay, here you can see the 50 ohm resistor is connected with I1 and I2, and according to the second mesh equation formation, I2 will be positive and I1 will be negative. Okay, again the benefit of taking the same direction of all the mesh. Just take I2, what is the second current? That is I1. So I2 minus I1. Similarly 40. So here I2, what is the second current? I3. So I2 minus I3. Okay, this is the easiness which we can get by taking the same analysis direction in each loop. Okay, that is 10 ohm, 10 I2, so minus 10 I2. So just resolving this equation again. So this is my second equation, got from the second mesh. Now the same procedure, applying KVL. Okay, so this is my third mesh. So here I have 3 elements, and all the elements are resistive elements. So the equation will be minus 30. Current value is I3 minus I1 because I am working on I3 now. Third mesh. Next is 20. It is associated with only current I3. After that 40. The current is I3 minus I2. Okay, so this is the equation for third mesh. So now these are my 3 equations for 3 different meshes. You can check. Okay, now what are my next step? The fourth step says that solve the given equation, the formed equation, and get the values of unknown. So what are the unknown values? That is I1, I2 and I3. These are my 3 unknown values. Okay, so just solve it. And get the value of these 3 values. I am writing the answer directly here. So what is my answer? So these are the 3 values of this 3 mesh current, that is I1 and I2 and I3. Okay, 1.65 amperes, 2.16 amperes and 1.5 amperes. You can check, you can solve these 3 equations with the help of calculator. My suggestion is use calculator only, because we should know all the operations of calculator and we should be habitual of using that. Okay, now what was the question that it has been asked to get the values of current in each branch of the given circuit. Now we have got all the mesh current values. Okay, now we have to check for the each branch current values, right? So here branch, what is branch? I have told you in the network terminology lecture what is branch. So branch is a path, electric path, which joins 2 junctions, right? What is electrical branch? Which joins 2 junctions. So here we can see this is my first junction, second junction, third junction, fourth junction. Okay, so according to that I can specify the branches here. So this, right, this is my first branch. So I am denoting the letter IA for my first branch. Okay, I am showing the direction also for current. Now suppose this is my second branch. So this is a suppose IB. Now this is my third branch. Okay, so I am giving the name as suppose IC. I am taking a direction, you can take in opposite direction also, there is no problem. Now what is the another branch? This is one branch. Okay, so this is suppose ID. This is one more branch, suppose IE, and the last branch is this, that is IF, right? So these are my different branches available here, and I have to get the values of all the currents with the help of this 3 mesh current value. Okay, so what should be the procedure here? So now we are going to have the values of all the branch currents. So first of all, the branch current IA. This is the IA current, okay, and it is associated, this branch is associated with current I1 only, and you can see the direction of this current and that I1 current is same, so that is directly equal. So IA is nothing but I1. What was the value of I1? That is 1.65 ampere. So this is the value for IA. Okay, now what is IB? Let's check. What is IB? IB is here, this branch. Okay, so what is IB? This IB is associated with two currents, that is I1 and I2. Okay, so there should be a summation of I1 and I2 according to the direction. So IB, I have taken the direction in the direction of I2. So IB will be what? I2. I2 will be positive and I1 is in the opposite direction, downward direction, so that will be negative. Okay, so what is I2 minus I1? You can check here. It's 2.16 minus 1.65. So how much is the answer? So that is about IB. Now what is next? IC. Where is IC? IC is here. Okay, this branch. So this branch you can see is associated with single current, that is I2, but in opposite direction. IC is up in upward direction, I2 is in downward direction. So we have to take the minus sign. So that is equals to minus I2. What is I2? I2 is 2.16. So it is minus 2.16 ampere. Right? What is next? That is IT. Here is my ID. So ID is associated with I1 and I3, and I1 is in same direction, I3 is in opposite direction. So that is equals to I1 minus I3. Right? So what is the answer? That is 1.65 minus 1.5. So you can write it as 0.15 ampere. Okay. Next is IE here in this branch. So that is IE. So IE is connected with I2 and I3. I2 is in same direction and I3 is in opposite direction. So it will be taken with minus sign. So what is I2? So here I2 is, you can see 2.16 ampere and I3 is 1.5 ampere. Okay, so the difference is 0.66 ampere. Right? That is about IE. Now what is left? That is IF. So what is my IF? IF is associated with single current, that is I3, and in the same direction. So that is equals to 1.5 ampere. Right? So these are the different branch current values we have calculated according to the mesh current, and this we got according to the mesh analysis. Right? So this is the complete procedure for this type of question. You can check here. Okay. So thanks for watching. Hope you all get the clear understanding. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me in the comment box. Thank you.